Welcome to Big Tipping. Today we're working on the 2012 Ram 2500. We're going to go ahead and delete this thing. We had a EGR bypass valve code come up, so it's time to go ahead and do the deed. Pretty much got everything removed. All the parts laid out here on the floor, the DPF, all the EGR, the intake. So we're going to go back with full 5-inch straight pipe. We got MM3 custom tuner, all the EGR block off plates, throttle valve delete, and a S&B cold air intake. So we're going to work on putting all this stuff on here and see what kind of action we get afterwards. Hopefully it's going to run right and not give us any EGR codes. That's what we're after.
Off-road only application.
Yeah, off-road only application. Or race use only.
Race use only.
So, might get a little weight reduction out of this kit too. So we got all our EGR block off plates and everything installed. Got the tuner on and programmed the computer. And we're still having an issue with this VGT turbo, we believe. It's revving up to about 1600 RPMs and then just smoking. So we're about to pull this off and take it apart and clean it and put it back on here and see if we have any better luck. If not, then we're going to go with a non-VGT turbo to replace this one if we have to. So we got the turbo setup removed off the 6.7 Cummins here. The actuator, pulled it off, and it was smelling like it had some burnt electrical components. We didn't dismember it or anything, but this was also sticking a little bit. I think that's what probably caused the actuator to mess up again. And it's feeling pretty rough. And you can hear it rubbing and squeaking a little bit. So we went ahead and opted to just go ahead and get a non-VGT turbo, and it was coming with a new manifold, so that's why we ended up taking the manifold off too. And hopefully that'll be here in the next day or so, and we'll get that thing installed and hopefully be ready for a little road test in this bad boy. Alright, so our new turbo manifold just got here from Smeding Diesel. It's a S366 non-VGT to replace the factory VGT. We're about to go ahead and install this thing in here. We went ahead and got the block offs on the coolant lines there, down here on the block, down there. And we extended the oil drain tube. It said we may not have to, but we went ahead and stuck that in there just in case. So we'll go ahead and get this thing stuck on here and hopefully we'll be ready for a test drive. Alright, so we just got done with the turbo install. We got the exhaust on, the air intake back on. Sounds like it's running good, so we're about to take it out for a test ride. So this was turbo replacement and EGR and DPF delete on a 2012 Ram 2500. Make sure to subscribe. Big Tipping.